Hi, cuties! Happy Tuesday. We are going to start with our joke. You ready? Alexa, tell me and my students a joke.
Why did the ski instructor go to college? Because knowledge is powder.
Because knowledge is powder. That's what they call snow in like skiing and snowboarding places. They call it powder. That's great. Alrighty, we are going to start our language arts lesson. Let's go. Repeat after me. We will be able to tell what a verb is and what it does. We are going to review verbs. So a verb is a word that tells what someone or something does or is. Some verbs show action. An action verb tells what someone or something does. So let's take a look at this sentence on the white strip. It says, squirrels eat nuts and leaves. I watch the squirrels in the tree. So on our first sentence, eat is green. So it's telling us that eat is the verb because that is what the squirrel is doing. The squirrels eat the nuts and leaves. Then in the second sentence, watch is in green. So it's telling us that's what the person is doing. I watch the squirrels in the tree. So there's a person watching the squirrels. It says some verbs do not show action. The verb be, tells what someone or something is. The verb be has different forms like am, is, and are, are all forms of be. So in our chart, it's going to show us forms of be. We have am. I am an expert on squirrels. Is. A tree is a good home for squirrels. Oh, there's another sentence that helps us know what is. Is it a safe place to hide? Yes, it is. And our last form of be is are. Most squirrels are brown or gray. And another example, they are so cute. So that's our review on verbs. Using what you know about verbs. This is your assignment for today. It says to underline the verb in each sentence. Then write A above the verb if it is an action verb like jump, skip, toss. All of our actions, right? We've talked about verbs being action words before. Then it tells you to write a be if the word is a form of the verb be. Remember, the forms are am, is, or are, are. Okay? So, what you're going to do is you are going to get out your piece of paper. You're going to put the date on the top, and you are going to write number 1, and then you're going to copy down this first sentence. Squirrels live in cities and in the country. So you're going to write that down. Make sure you are copying it down correctly with correct spelling, the punctuation, and the capitalization. And then you are going to find the verb. You're going to underline the verb in the sentence. And then you're going to write an A if it is an action verb, or you're going to write a be if it is a form of the verb be. Remember, am, is, or are. Then you're going to continue that process for number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, you're going to copy down each of those sentences on your paper at home. underline the verb, and then you're going to put an A or a B on top if it's an action verb or a form of the verb be. Okay, alrighty. We will be able to tell what a verb is and what it does. All right, my friends. So what you're going to do now is head on over to Google Classroom. On Google Classroom, under the date for today, the 12th, had to check real quick. Under the 12th, you will find the language arts lesson for today. Okay, it will have that review of what a verb is and the different forms of be, and then it will have the sentences so that you can copy them down at home. Okay, remember you are copying down sentences 1 through 8. So you're going to write those 8 sentences down, and you're going to find the verb in each sentence. Remember, the verb might be an action word that we've talked about before, like run, jump, skip, toss, all of those action words, okay? But it also might sneak in a form of be, are, is, and am. Okay, so those are also verbs. So if you find one of those, that's one of your verbs, and you need to title them on. After you've underlined each of your verbs, you're going to tell me if it's an action verb with an A, and then you are going to tell me if it's a form of the verb be with the letter B on top. Okay, there will also be an example of how to complete this assignment on Google Classroom. So you'll have the review, you'll have the sentences, and you'll have an example. Okay, make sure that you do it on your piece of paper at home, and once you're done with that, make sure you click the submit button. Remember, you do not have to actually submit anything. You only can hit the submit button though if you have finished it at home. Okay, alrighty. And then when you're all finished with that and you've hit your submit button, I'd like you to spend 10 to 15 minutes on reading A to Z. Have fun.